Hi folks, so we are going to watch the decisive game now of the match between Spain and Slovenia. It's 4-3 in our favor after a pretty intense fight over the last few days. And the last one is Knights of Valyrian Steel against the Baratheon Shadows deck. Actually, we discussed some of the play patterns that could happen, some of the situations before the game, and we're saying as one copy of Alchemist's Guildhall, let's not have that, it will cancel Maester Raymond, cancel Benj and stuff like that. There's also Red Keep, which cancels the wall, and the card we are really afraid of, honestly, is the King's Landing Drummond, because yeah, returning like a seasoned woodsman with 3 attachments on him is not fun. So, and it leads to unopposed also, trying to nail the wall, of course. We do start with the wall on our side, so it's immediate pressure. And yeah, your red keep needs to be there with 1 gold to cancel, so putting some pressure on that way, limiting the options. And we go with the high road instead of Gates of the Moon, which also I think is a good call, because Shadows eat a lot of gold, and this occasion it will help them. Helping them will cost us more than that 1 gold that we are losing by not going with our own Gates of the Moon, I think. Especially since we have Econ already, we have the high road. Usually if you get screwed with on the setup with 75 cards and there's not that many Econ locations to begin with in this Valyrian Steel decks, then you would go Gates of the Moon and that's your problem solved, but not needed here, and hopefully get an underground vault as well at some point. And here is our card draw. Action, yeah, so can get nailed by Shadow Priestess before he gets an attachment, but that's a losing play basically, because you lose the red keep gold anyway. Yeah. I feel like the first round for Rabs is just throwing some cards in shadows and taking the tempo hit. Usually you have to do that, but with the wall in play immediately, it's not fun. Could we get an intrigue icon also? Chucking the wall away. There's nothing to deal with the wall that's already in play, so any copies are redundant. Well, there's an intrigue icon. It's another draw card. It's not the worst situation. But he gets nailed, and if an intrigue icon comes in, so I assume there is a copy of Penny in the deck. And Boros is in the deck as well, of course. Yeah. So all the tricks in this Baratheon that Lenny has, the Mandon Moore, the Robert Strong, the Dromans, Boros, Catspaw. And Bara provides some power icons that Lenny, especially Mono Lenny Shadows, would not have. But there's no bowels here. Okay, no tunnels, but especially no bowels, so you'd have to provide draw from the Bara side. And with the Lenny red keep, that means there's no Bara red keep, but Shadows, I mean, defending red keep in a Shadows deck is also pretty horrible prospect, honestly. So, and you can't use set down or deeds because first of all, needs the faction card, and you have Clever Find as restricted, and getting the early power when you're taking all the tempo hits also is not good. So I'm not sure how to solve it. But red keep does stop the wall. We had the 1 gold, but no nightmares. Could have been 5-0 without that, but 3-0 we can take. Just keep chucking away, stay ahead. And that's our shot right in this matchup. There is Morgulis and O'Harris on both sides. And there is also then first snow for Bara, and we have forgotten plans, but it's gonna be difficult to time that. Could first snow just happen here? It's only 2 costers. It doesn't. We have Late Summer Feast and the Maiden for us. Imagine first snow now with those 6 cards going to hand. It'd be on 15 cards and 6 reserve. Have to play something out. And we grab more gold with yet another wall. There is stuff to survive for snow in the deck, of course, and we have also some shadows on our side, quite a bit actually. So it's not that weak to first snow, and it's not that weak to Mad King's Command as some versions were in the past. But also there's some Valyrian steel decks in this tournament that flat out go bigger. We have John in some versions and stuff like that, so it doesn't have to be the weenie, grindy wall defense that we are playing. So more cards go into shadows. It's gonna set up nicely, and then they're gonna start coming out and returning our characters to hand and killing them and stuff like that, surely. What are we doing with the faction card? Potentially using Valyrian Steel in our marshalling to put Candle in. The candle that cancels shadow cards. No, okay. Well, anything else marshaled? So assuming red keep has to stay there, 7 gold to work with. It's really good that we have initiative though. And with Maiden, yeah, we're gonna have initiative always pretty much. We like to go second. With wall defense and shadows, really against it, you want to go. You want them to go first, so that whatever challenges they do, they have to bring cards out immediately rather than reacting to what you're doing. So we achieve both here by winning the initiative battle. Okay, it's gonna keep that 8 gold to annoy us. And okay, dupe, that's good for Morgulis, it's good for the first snow potential. Would be nice to get a Benjen or something. Could be a little more comfortable going into those plots. He comes equipped with an attachment. Usually stuff just goes on Seasoned Woodsman, but okay, maybe the fact that he's duped will matter with that long claw, can keep some power. Or of course it's the only intrigue icon, so protecting against Shadow Priestess also is important here. There was a window, of course. I think we did wait for a second after that marshalling. He was in play anyway, right? Just mashed the dupe, so could have been dealt regardless. But anything we marshal, we have to kind of check if Shadow Priestess wants to kneel it. And there is actually Benjamin, so I feel like we have a pretty perfect set of cards here. Keep 4 gold, which is not ideal, but faction card still standing. That's what I was talking about, right? So we are on reserve, and returning Seasoned Woodsman returns basically 4 cards to hand. Goes for Hob though, so investing in the long plan to get the reset, right? Because he's the duped one. It's gonna cost him short term. Oof, okay, this is what we have, so that's another problem solved for almost the rest of the game now. Can he still kneel the wall though with that 4 gold? Doesn't need a lot, honestly. Just a couple of Drommonds would do it. Bara or Lenny. Yeah. There's one in the deck, but look, there's one of everything. The one Candle would have been good, the one Dragonglass Dagger would have been good. The one Ghost would have been good. And there is a Shadow Priestess. So that's 1 military icon. We have 2 military, we have 2 power and 1 intrigue, so should be able to defend the wall still. So I mean, even if you kneel the wall, if you invest in that, then you might just be getting 3 challenges back, which is the same power gain, if not more, for Night's Watch. And we can surely win power and dominance. We have to attack with a small one, which risks not winning power, but there's no power to steal anyway, plus Light Summer Fist revealed, so dominance is actually more important here. It's gonna get us to 8. Let's say 7, because the power on Hobb's not safe, but 8 for the moment. More than halfway there in 2 plots. Now there's pressure. Now Bara will have to start resetting. On first snow they'd have 6 gold, and on Morgulis only 5. And with trigger Banjan, which means Guildhall would have to go, and if he wants to marshal it back, it costs him another 2. Actually, seizing that red keep, I mean, also takes the gold away, which is not insignificant. What do we do? Is it gonna be first snow? Do we Forgotten Plans? Keep the charts in play? Or is it just gonna be Morgulis? In which case we don't wanna waste Forgotten Plans, we just wanna play something else, whatever it is. Okay, we do Harris now. Is it... We have 2 uniques in play. Is it worth going first just to keep them alive? So you could draw them again. 1 Hob's gone, so there's only 1 left, and Banjan. I think there's 1 more Banjan. And he's gonna get cancelled here, so he's not shuffled back, surely. We go first just to keep them alive. Which, basically Lenny would do nothing, I think, going first. So it's a bit unfortunate, but also they have 5 gold to work with, so I feel like it doesn't make that much of a difference. They'll be on the back foot this round. then hope to get. I mean, they can't first snow until Forgotten Plains is gone also. We have a couple more plots before we have to start thinking about hurting ourselves with our own resets. I mean, the Harris we spent, so with our own Morgulis basically. 3 more plots. And this guy is pretty good. Gets killed by Robert Strong, but just for the resets, untouched, and he passively survives, so can't get cancelled by stuff. His ability could though, if you try to trigger it. And the save also. No military icon. Though, is there serious training? Did we have that in play on Woodsman previously? Okay. Yeah. Well, if the other card is coming out, it doesn't matter, but... Yeah, okay. Just gonna marshal that back into shadows. I think Marsh another one actually, which I'm not that disappointed to see that, because now there's only 3 gold to work with. That's not a lot. And if Black Cells coming out, then might not get anything else. Could get Penny and Neil the Wall still, right? And yeah, you stop the power icon. Aemon can take attachments. Just gonna do in trick. There's no threat of anything really, or nothing that you could stop anyway. And well, okay, that's a pretty good, honestly, pretty good tempo play here for Rabs. So he can, since he has no claim, I suppose, oppose, and Ronet will do a challenge back. And that's a good hit. Can't protect the wall now. Even if Aemon didn't do the challenge, we couldn't. We do have 1 gold though, and if you have serious training, maybe that reducer, and then we wouldn't have gold actually. That reducer can take attachments. Also, is one of the few characters in these decks that can take Cage of Ravens, which is quite popular in other versions. And when I tested that, could never put that Cage of Ravens anywhere. Only this Steward at the Wall can take it, and maybe 1 or 2 others. Aemon can take it, and Hop can take it. So in theory, it's really good though, right? Because you have a bunch of these 1-cost attachments that you can just put into play, and there's Steward at the Wall and Builder at the Wall and the econ cards. We're gonna save Ronet here, so he comes back. It's not that annoying because we don't have shadow cards. He's just a body. And we have an Aemon. Can't defend against this one. But yeah, not that problematic to discard 2 cards. We're not actually struggling with the draw at the moment. Still have the agenda available, which I'm sure we'll use for another draw here. But Walnut, so we actually just took dominance, and the Rabs took more power this round, so we do nothing with the agenda. Huge power advantage though, and we have some minor card advantage in the board. Well, we have power icon and Rabs doesn't, but he does have that black sass. Okay, we don't go for snow. Or he doesn't go for snow rather. We don't go Forgotten Plans, so both trying to delay it. And we won that mini battle now because you can kneel black sass, I think. And we have initiative here as well. Yeah, for snow, especially Boros also comes back. Just marshal him for or ambush him for another body, and we only have Crester, which is a bit dodgy. So thought maybe we try to defend against that, but yeah, it's open decklist and we have this mini game. What happened there? So he chose Peter here for trade routes. That cost him 2 gold. Still has a bit, to be fair, but yeah. I think Peter realizes what the Rabs is saying. It's one of those situations where in person you would never happen, right? You don't even go through the actual choosing. You just both players just check how much gold you're getting. The thing that on the Iron Throne I always struggle with when playing Baratheon, if there's Moondor in play, it's absolutely horrible. You get the prompt when you lose initiative or when the initiative is tied, you get the prompt who wins initiative. And you have to resolve that, and you click on the opponent because you think you are choosing who goes first and you want to go second. Then you choose them to win initiative, which, okay, if you have the prince attachment, you want to do that, but if that's not the thing, then you want to win initiative yourself and choose yourself to go either first or second, and you're giving them the choice. I've done that a few times. Yeah, eventually you learn the lesson. Got another woodsman, so we're gonna keep cards. I mean, he goes for first snow, but okay, we also have Tetrasalt, and he does find the Blackbird, which is exactly what he looks for. Which means he is another body that we can count on to keep coming back and to come through shadows on the first snow turn. And still Rabs doesn't have that much econ, honestly, to have a really great first snow turn, but yeah, Boros comes with a body, and you could always have you win or you die, right? Not you win or you die, the Iron Bank will have its due. Although to get a really a big gold, you'd have to return a character that's surviving first now, so I guess after it's done its job. Guard duty still exposed to Dromont, unfortunately, but with the Smith we get rid of Black Cells for this round and the Guild Hall. And I think we have a military icon. We have the serious training still available, surely. Of course, half a chance also of practice blade at some point. And Rabs very quickly does nothing, actually. Thought he'd attack to force our defenders. Especially since Red Ron actually has 2 claim at the moment. Have to get the card out, but the card is surely Blackbird, which Tetrasalt found. Was put into shadows just in case the wall got nailed, right? Which now it's not going to. Yeah, this is now gonna be defended Could have actually, I mean, there is power to steal. Could have put both of them in because Woodsman has Long Claw. But again, it's he gets first note, but not immediately, right? Because we have that forgotten plan. So if we actually get on the verge of winning, we can just forgotten plans and nothing should happen in theory. I mean, Dromans happen and stuff like that, but couldn't win it though. Botterness started probably searching for one other card. I mean, Dragonglass Dagger would have done it. This might be something else that boosts strength. I don't think there is. Could be forgetting something. Kron is the one that keeps coming back potentially. There's the serious training. Okay. Rabs can defend it all, but that leaves us with wall and dominance. And yeah, 11 could have been 13 if we did the power successfully. Which then means just one power challenge with that long clawed guy and you just win. And that result escapes successfully. So now we've forgotten plans in case there's first snow, right? And hope to close it. But yeah, he gets black cells back. And that plus other control means you're not guaranteed to defend the wall. Into Pentoshi. So if you don't close, we do get first note, surely. All the gold that exists, but 6 cards to work with. And there's been no targeted draw or anything like that, and no cards drawn at all apart from draw phase. And okay, Boros found drawn it. So can only play what he got. Did he get anything good? Kron is there also in the discard pile, and he does put him into shadows. He has stealth, so potentially makes our job slightly more difficult because we only have one military icon. Between stealth and black cells might be difficult, especially now that serious strength is already in play. Nice. And oh, we find the candle that can cancel black cells. Or honestly could cancel Dromond, who's the biggest enemy we were afraid of ahead of the game. And we have some decent econ now. We're spending the high roads. I mean, have 7 gold. What are we doing with it? Castle black. And this guy duped as well. I mean, you'd want him back in shadows ideally, but okay, just in the short term, he's the guy with candle. And 5 gold we keep. The only card that expensive. We don't have Ari in the deck, so the only card that expensive is the catapult. And we still have Palace available. So we have catapult now in rotation also is pretty good because Ron it dies to that. It targets 4 strength characters. can defend this if we defend with boat and castle black. Nightmares cancelled. Not sure what it was targeting. Maybe black cells. And we do have the catapult, okay. We'll just kill Mandon and fizzle the challenge, right? Could save it for Ronet, but now kind of already shown that in play, so might as well kill him. And we don't need to defend. And if that guy goes for first snow, catapult's going straight back. If there is a next round, of course, the moment we're still defending the wall and we still have power challenge with long claw. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, if he at least had the cards, but he has 2 cards in hand and 3 in shadows, and it's not looking good. What can you do? And even if first no woodsman, you know, he comes back and all the attachments go and he draws like crazy. So I think once you get this position where the Night's Watch is dug in, you cannot really kill them off anymore, right? Plus yeah, I guess in 25 minutes you could actually overcome the deficit. There is still some time. If everything died, for instance, if we were forced to play around Morgulis and Aemon gets cancelled and everything, and we run out of cards, but we were not going to, right? Because attachments are non-terminal, and whatever you draw, put them in, draw more cards, and so on. And, cool. I was afraid of this matchup because of the... I mean, the deck itself plays without draw, but so many tricks that if it gets the right ones, it could be awkward. And I wonder if he returned that Woodsman that one time with Cat's Paw, but probably it didn't matter that much. We chuck a few cards for reserve, and then Woodsman comes in and draws again. So that's 5-3. Big win for us after losing the first one against Catalonia, and yeah, we have still every chance to finish top 3 in this group. So I hope you enjoyed watching these games with us, and see you next week for more action from the World Cup.